Alright everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Pokemon Emerald. Now, this is an interesting one for us today, because it's another one of those broken things we've got to warp to the island. I bought a couple more Ultra Balls, in fact that's everything I've got left. And so, we're gonna see what happens, and how many of those Ultra Balls I'll be selling before we battle Steven. So, I'm also, heavily pre-recording these things right now, because it's coming up to Thanksgiving, and so I've got a lot going on, and so I'm just trying to make sure I don't have to worry about missing an upload, and then there being, a big long wait before, the next series and things like that. I am taking a bit of a break between series, but at the same time, I don't want to, make it too long, because then people will lose interest. Anyway, let's get going. I need to load up the cheat to warp in to where we're going, so I'll see you in a sec. Alright, cheat's in. I wonder what this house is. The motel? Let's see what that's in the motel. Oh, it's Naval Rock. Okay. Well, before we do anything, I need to save and turn off the cheats. Alright, and now that we're here, and we have turned off the cheats, let's enter the Naval Rock. And I remember from last time that that we were here, in Fire Red, that this is the way, and then there's kind of two paths, and I think this is the one that I want to try. We're gonna go this way first. No, we're not gonna go that way first. Is there an item though? No, it's just pointless. Okay. Well, in that case, we won't go that way. But maybe it is just. Is it just all the way at the end, and there's two? Yeah. We're gonna go down first, I think. If I remember correctly, also this is a really just lot of ladders for no good reason. And yeah. But obviously going down, this is Lugia, and then up is Ho-Oh. So let's face Lugia. Let's just do a quick save first, and I'll see you in a sec. Alright, let's take on Lugia. And I like how it's the Fire Red music. We haven't had any of that, so that is kind of cool. I'm now realizing Sage is not the right Pokemon to have up front for this battle. Let's switch it off to Paku. Though arguably we've got other better options, but I think Paku... Well, this will be interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, good big old crunch definitely helps. Okay, Rain Dance I'm pretty sure just makes Paku... Yeah, that's fine. Especially considering Lugia is a psychic type, not what you'd expect being a water type, and that's quite low. So I am now perfectly okay with Paku going down. We can bring Sage out, use a false swipe, and we can get to catching this Pokemon. So let's see, Sage. You are here. Let's use false swipe and get this Lugia down to 1, except for the fact that it's got recover. That's a problem. And this is why you need moves like Heal Block. Right. It doesn't seem to have Aeroblaster, which would probably be for the best. But let's see what we can do with Lugia here. Rain stopped. It's probably gonna go for Rain Dance, I would assume. Wants to keep the rain going. Yeah. I think we just try a ball, see what our luck is gonna be. I mean, it's not gonna do anything, but at least we can say we've thrown a Pokeball at this point. I got so used to the Reggies, which you just get them to 1, and then you can just throw Pokeballs. That was also quite close. I was pretty happy with that. The worry as well is that we do definitely have a couple Pokemon that could take Lugia out decently easy. So that's kind of a part of the trickiness of catching this Pokemon is just trying to deal with that. And as we're trying to catch Lugia here, I swear to as we're trying to catch Lugia here, it's just making me think about the fact that in the next series we're doing Pokemon Platinum, and it did make me think, with Pokemon Platinum coming in, it's kind of difficult to do the way that I like to play these games. The first few gens, well, Gen 2's not as easy, but Gen 1 and Gen 3 are quite easy, and trying to build a team of kind of unique and interesting Pokemon that you can team build with. And Gen 4 is tricky, because I always try and do Pokemon that are unique to that generation. And there are a lot of cool Pokemon that I want to add from Pokemon Platinum and from the Sinnoh region that I think would be good additions. But then I'm thinking, but I've got like 12 Pokemon now that I'm thinking about and considering. And then I got more suggestions when I did the poll for the, what's your favorite Sinnoh starter? And so many people replied with a couple of suggestions for, so many people replied to the poll, but also I got some suggestions like Lopunny and Pachirisu, Pokemon that I'd not even considered using. And then checking and realizing that I wanted to use a Honchkrow, but you can't use that in Platinum, or you can't catch one in Platinum. For some reason, they made it so you can only catch Murkrow at night in Pokemon Diamond for some reason, which is really silly. And so that was it's a bit of a spoiler, but there's only like 2 flying types that you can use in that game. So you are just we hit a crit with Ice Beam. Well, that's fun. Okay, we're back for round 2. But as I was saying, there's only 2 flying types in Generation 4 that are, I think, unique to the game, or unique to Sinnoh, is what I mean. Because I can't think of another one, at least on the top of my head. Because they're all either like Gen 3, or you got, Zubat, which is Gen 1. So you're kind of or Pelipper is one option, Wingull and Pelipper, but that's Gen 3. So I think it is just Starly and a Honchkrow, even though Murkrow's Gen 2, Honchkrow's Gen 4. So that would be the consideration. But anyway, that was kind of like my planning, was thinking, how on earth am I gonna have to manage this? And also thinking of just some of the other Pokemon, like in this team, we got a Dragon type. There's really only one pseudo-legendary in Gen 4. I mean, I guess you could count Milotic if you really, really wanted to. But, Milotic's not really the type of Pokemon that you want to I mean, it's just a complete... You need to have Surf to get it, and it's just a general annoyance. But then the other consideration, one of the other considerations that I had was, you know, looking at other Pokemon that people don't just use every single time. But the amount of, like, new and interesting Pokemon in Generation 4 that haven't been used are either not the best typing, or kind of the typing itself is just irrelevant to what you would want. So you could get a Pokemon and it's just, you know, it's a good Pokemon, but it's the wrong type to deal with the gym leaders in the Elite Four. Anyway, so that's been part of the consideration and trying to figure out what I'm going to do for that. So hopefully we can get to that point. This is taking a long time, and we've still got another legendary to get through. So I'll see you when I've caught through Lugia, and I will be reading through any suggestions for Pokemon in the comments below. But remember, it has to be a Pokemon from the 4th generation, or have like an added evolution in the 4th generation. There are a couple Pokemon like that. But yeah, I'll see you when we've caught Lugia. Oh my goodness, there we go, we have caught Lugia. We have caught Lugia! That took so long. We're on our last Pokemon. We're gonna have to go back to the Pokemon Center and heal, then re-warp back just to catch Ho, which is not gonna be fun. Anyway, we've caught Lugia, the diving Pokemon. Lugia is so powerful, even a light fluttering of its wings can blow apart houses. As a result, it chooses to live out of sight deep under the sea. We are going to give a nickname to the captured Lugia. We are going to call Lugia Silver. Can't remember if I did that last time, but it keeps on our theme of metals and rocks and things, except for Ditto, but we're gonna ignore that. It keeps on our theme of calling our legendary Pokemon after inanimate objects, and that is what is important. Anyway, we are gonna do Ho, don't worry. I will see you in a second when we have healed up. Alright, all I have done thus far is heal up our Pokemon. And that is it, truly. But we've got now Ho-Oh to face, so we can talk more about Pokemon Platinum. Isn't that fun? Bet everyone's been looking forward to that one. Oh, I was actually kind of worried for a second there that we would not see Ho-Oh. We're gonna have to save state this one. Yeah, we're gonna have to save state. Because, there's no save option. Which is fine. So, yeah, sunny day, obvious. We're gonna go for Thunderbolt. We're gonna try and get it paralyzed. Because we really can't use Sage on Ho-Oh. But going to the Sinnoh region, there are a few things that we're gonna have to do. In terms of our Pokemon, as well, because part of the fun of the 4th generation is that you literally have to complete the I mean, you don't have to catch every Pokemon, but you do actually have to complete the Pokedex in terms of Pokemon seen, in order to do the post-game. And I remember this, because I remember, I think it was Purple Roger, I was watching him play Pokemon Platinum ages and ages ago, and I never understood, in like Pokemon Diamond and Pearl especially, how to get to the post game, because I wanted to you know, make a base in those really far off areas that are hard to get to and things like that. And catch a Heatran and battle the really tough trainers after the Elite Four. Because I really did not care about the Battle Frontier at all. But yeah, I remember that was the first time, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's what you have to do. But it is really tricky. I mean, it gets to a point where there's like one Pokemon that you need to find, basically. And that's it. Oh, we really hit a crit for that? Okay. Well, I went over my save state. So we actually had to go all the way back to when I saved again in order to come here, essentially. The second time. So luckily no save was lost or anything, no data was really lost, but it is just a little bit frustrating. But it is what it is. Anyway, we've got a Ho-Oh to take out. And I'm not sure Paku's gonna do it, but we'll see. We'll go for another Surf. Sunny Day cuts it in half, and that is just perfect. Balanced as all things should be. And hopefully we can start throwing Pokeballs finally at Ho-Oh, and then once and for all we can finish up all the legendary Pokemon that we need to catch for this region, which would be quite amazing that we are here now. So let's start throwing the Pokeballs. And actually, you know what? I'll just see you when we do it. Oh my goodness, we caught it. I've been sitting here for at least like, well, on fast forward as well for like 30 minutes doing this. And we have finally caught Ho-Oh, the rainbow Pokemon. Its feathers, which glow in 7 colors depending on the angle at which they are struck by light, are thought to bring joy. It is said to live at the foot of a rainbow. And we're going to give a nickname to the captured Ho-Oh. You could probably guess already what that one's going to be. It's going to be Gold. And Gold has been placed in someone else's PC. Well, that was quite sort of successful. All we have left to do is one thing in this game, and that's it. Which is actually kind of cool. So we shall see ya. Well, I shall see you then. But for now, we're going to exit the Naval Rock. I'm going to level up my Pokemon a little bit more and make myself a little bit more money as well, because we need some money. So yeah, we're gonna head back. We're gonna finish up this game, and in terms of this episode, I'll see you all next time. Take care.